Coming up on the new edition of the Little Rickert Show, we got World Cup, NBA Draft, Phillies, and we just got tons more to discuss. And now your host, Roll Rickert. Good evening, sports fans. This is Lowell Rickert, and welcome to the Lowell Rickert Show. Sorry I've been away for the last couple weeks trying to beat this cold and stuff that I have. But we got tons to get to this evening. We got some World Cup. They're in the round of 16. I do have some results from today. Brazil 3-2 over Chile, penalty kicks. It was 1-1 after double OT, and Brazil barely moves on. And Uruguay gets beat 2-0 by Colombia. That's without Suarez, who got suspended for the biting incident, so they're done. U.S. plays 4 o'clock Tuesday against Belgium. From what I saw from the group stage, I think U.S. can beat Belgium. Again, though, I'm not much of a soccer expert, but if they give the kind of effort that they've given so far, they should win. The only change that I personally would make, they need to sit Michael Bradley on the bench because he's almost cost the U.S. couple losses with the lack of hustle and stuff, especially the Portugal game where he didn't get back, and his passing has been horrendous that I've seen so far. So to get Alador back, so that should benefit them. Other stuff going on. Last week, you all know Tony Gwynn passed away. Probably one of the best hitters of all time. That was tough. Other stuff going on. You all know LeBron opted out of his remaining 2 years of his deal with Miami. And it also came out today that Chris Bosh and D. Wade are going to opt out as well. So that's about that. We're going to talk here NBA draft a little bit. Tiger missed the cut in his first tournament back. NHL quickly. Ryan Kessler, he got dealt from Vancouver to Anaheim for a couple players and a first-round pick in yesterday's NHL draft. That was a little shocker there. Serena Williams today got beat by Elise Cornet from France, 6-1, 3-6, 4-6 today. And this just came out tonight, again in NBA. Jason Kidd, his first year coaching with the Nets, he expected a promotion. This is coming from ESPN.com, another outlet. He wanted to add president along with head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And obviously he didn't get it. So now it comes out he got permission to speak to the Milwaukee Bucks about their head coaching job. Kid, come on. You did an okay job your first year coaching the Nets, but come on. To expect to be president, I have to question that motive. I don't think he wanted to me, he didn't want to be in Brooklyn. That's all about it. Now we're going to quickly discuss the NBA draft. As you all know, Joel Embiid got hurt in the workout. He's out at least 5 to 7 months. You all know Wiggins went #1 to Cleveland. Jabari Parker goes to Milwaukee. Embiid went to the Sixers, and the Sixers are taking a lot of heat for it. But I think I thought that was a good pick by the Sixers at 3. Uh, all that rumor with MCW being traded. To me, I would not have liked it, me personally, because one, they traded a point guard prior to MCW and Drew Holiday, who was having a good year. They traded him in order to get MCW, who last year just won Rookie of the Year, and to trade another point guard away, to me, just wouldn't have made sense. Uh, I really liked Embiid during the season with Kansas. I really liked the guy. He played defense. He played defense and was doing his thing offensively as well, dominating the post. And me personally, if I want to build a team, I'm going to start in the post. Because if you dominate inside, it's going to make the outside game and the driving game that much easier. And by having him, and if Nerlens Noel is healthy, move him to power forward. You got yourself a dominant front court with Embiid and Nerlens Noel. So the earliest you'll see Joel Embiid, November, no later than January. I think he's got. I think he can get if he's able to do some stuff, rehabbing the foot. If he can do some basketball activity while rehabbing, I think he'd be ready by the end of 2014, beginning 2015. And I think you're going to see him in action. He ain't going to be Andrew Bynum to not play. I questioned the pick at 10 by the Sixers, Alfred Payton, from point guard from Louisiana Lafayette. I was hoping Sixers need shooting more than anything too, and I was hoping they'd take Doug McDermott. That would have made sense at small forward because there's no outside shooting besides Thad Young. So if they could have got McDermott, you would have had MCW, Thad Young, McDermott, Nerlens Noel, Embiid as a potential starting 5. Wow, that'd been pretty good. To me, McDermott is a better version of Kyle Korver. He can do a lot more than besides shooting threes. All Korver's a 3-point specialist. He'll drive to the bucket, and he also makes his team better. He had last 2 years were phenomenal at Creighton. So, if I have to pick a steal somewhere, in the first round, it might be Miami getting P.J. Hairston. That's a steal at 26. He was a projected first-round pick. He's coming from North Carolina, got into hot water with some of the trouble he got into. He didn't play this year. Ended up in the developmental league. Miami did pretty well. They got also. They ended up getting Shabazz Napier in a trade with Charlotte, where they traded Charlotte gets P.J. Hairston. So Charlotte gets a good player, but Miami made out good with Shabazz Napier, guard for North Carolina. So that's probably the steal of the first round. Second round. Sixers got Jeremy Grant from Syracuse. He didn't really. He needs to upgrade his shooting a little bit. He's got first round talent. Minnesota getting Glenn Robinson III was a good pick. Uh, Sixers at 47, getting Russ Smith from Louisville out. He was a key cog in Louisville winning the national title a couple years ago. Also, Milwaukee getting Lamar Patterson from Lancaster McCaskey, uh, small forward from Pitt. That he's a good ball player. That was a good pick by Milwaukee. Uh, Forget who the Sixers got at 52 and 54. I'll have to go back there. I think they were a couple foreign players. But overall, Utah getting Exum could be a good pick there. They also got Rodney Hood from Duke. They did pretty well. You gotta say Milwaukee might have helped themselves. Getting Jabari Parker. They got Patterson from Pitt. So they had two pretty good picks. Now Boston with Marcus Smart, if they could control him and keep his head of the game, that pick could work out very well. Uh, that's all I have regarding a little bit of the trade. We had a little good discussion going on about the Sixers on my page. That was pretty well done. Cleveland with Wiggins. It's going to be interesting. You're good. Free agency is going to tell the tale, and that's going to be interesting and fun to see what happens at free agency. But because you really can't, the draft's pretty much a crapshoot. So that's going to be interesting. Coming up, we're going to talk a little Phillies. Not a good last 2 days, especially tonight. They did not perform well at all. We'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to take a break. This is the Low Record Show. Whoa, Record Network.